Hello friends, waiting for Vivo V20 camera review? Today in this video we are going to comprehensively test the camera result of Vivo V20. We are going to include the result of its camera, but also we are going to compare the result with some of the rival cameras like Poco X3 NFC and Redmi Note 9 Pro so you could have a better understanding of quality of this device. So if you're interested to know about the phone's camera, this video is going to be very interesting for you. So guys, keep watching this video till the end to see the actual V20 camera review. And yes, one important request. Please subscribe to this phone here and press the bell icon because it really means a lot. The V series is always about taking wonderful selfies in the low light, and there is always a big lens on the front to support the functionality. This time also there is a 44 megapixel lens on Vivo V20, only the Pro version features an additional 8 megapixel super wide lens. There are 3 lenses on the rear side, a 64 megapixel autofocus lens, an 8 megapixel autofocus lens that works for wide angle, macro, on bokeh shots, and a 2 megapixel mono lens. The triple lens setup might turn you off because when there are plenty of quad camera options available on the market, that too at much cheaper prices. For example, Poco X3, Infinix 08, Redmi Note 9S and the Pro version. So would you go for a triple camera setup or a quad camera setup in this price range? Let's find out. Here is this building that we want to capture with the rear camera. The structure has a small symmetrical brick pattern on it that I am interested in shooting. Let's see how V20 works here. As you can see, the HDR and non-HDR images on the left and center are looking similar in colors and exposure. Both modes produce brighter images that are overexposed most of the time, especially under the sunlight, that sometimes badly impact the details of the subject. As we magnify here to 100%, the 16MP standard shot on the left looks flatter, whereas the 64MP seems to have grabbed reasonable pattern. By the way, a quick fix for overexposure is to lower down the exposure level manually before taking the image or use the Pro mode. This phone can also shoot raw images, so a post editing on your PC is easier. Take another example of these images that I shot in the afternoon. Check the difference of detail between a 16 megapixel shot on your left and a 64MP shot on the right. You can also notice which one is more noisy. Here in this example, you can see 64 megapixel shots with V20, Poco X3 and Redmi Note 9 Pro. As we magnify these images, we can see the Redmi Note 9 Pro is doing better with the details, although it was shot in the evening. At night, V20's night mode is much better in performance than its standard mode. The night mode images are just rightly exposed and reveal a good detail. And when we compare this with Redmi Note 9 Pro's night mode, we can see V20's image is warmer, whereas 9 Pro gives us more natural tone. But both of the images have grabbed good details. Here is another interesting comparison between V20 and Poco X3. On the right side, you would notice a very colorful and brighter shot by Poco X3, but V20 shot is looking more natural. Almost everywhere the V20 is giving us more detail, and it is also managing the lights and neon signs in a better way. The 4K videos maintain a very natural color tone, and the dynamic range is also very good. But at 2x zoom, the loss of resolution and detail is noticeable. In addition to the good details, sometimes you may also see a boost in colors which may look good and sharper on the screen, but it may also deviate from the actual colors, like in case of this fire. So the good thing about 4K videos are that they're very good in quality and they look very good on social media and elsewhere. But the challenge is to transfer them or upload them on social media, and sometimes when the data speed is not very good and you're not on the Wi-Fi, so it can take a lot of time if the video size is very big. So this phone can offer you some handy tools, and you can compress the videos, although it will lose a lot of resolution in that case, but still you can upload those videos, and you can also edit them. You can add text, you can trim them, you can crop them. So Vivo V20 has this kind of options for you, and it may be very handy for the vloggers. So guys, this was a review of Vivo V20 camera from my side. In my opinion, the triple camera is better performer with more pros than cons. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.